Okay, so I watched this movie called Babylon. I know that it had Brad Pitt in it, and I also know that it had Margot Robbie. I found it to be a great movie. Um, if you know Cowboy Bebop, it was random, it was spunky, it was fictitious, but it was just fun and really creative. I really liked that show. Unfortunately, there wasn't a second season, but I believe I started looking for things similar to that. And then after getting through similar ones, I found myself in different royal love stories, documentaries, so on and so forth. But this Babylon movie reminds me of that, and it also reminds me of A Thousand Years of Solitude, which is also on Netflix. So I watched that. I don't remember if it was a couple parts or just like one long movie, but it was really good. It was really random. It was a little bit weird. I thought it was directed by Guillermo del Toro, but it is not. But same kind of vibe that I believe Guillermo would give. It was just a strange story. It took place in Mexico. They found it was just about their life, how they started it, a place they civilized, the city it turned into. But there was just so much weird stuff going on. It was so random, and like you were just super into it because it was just so creative. And even the serious stuff wasn't even that serious because there was even more crazy serious stuff going on. It's almost like each plot just fell into the next one, and it was just super creative, and I loved it. So I watched that Babylon movie, and I was shocked because I am no longer on the lookout specifically for those kinds of movies because they're far and few. There's not really any. And I try to watch ones where I'm like, well, I only will watch ones where I'm like, yes, this sounds interesting and I want to watch it, so I'll watch it. I wasn't expecting this, but think I had maybe passed by it maybe once or whatever, and I don't think I was necessarily interested. But 2 nights ago in particular, I was like watching the trailer and I was like, yes. So I played it and it was really good. Like I said, it was about the golden era of Hollywood in the 20s and 30s of the 1900s. It was random, it was fictitious, it was crazy, it was spunky. It was just like a little masterpiece, something that you can get into, but unfortunately it didn't go on forever. It was just a movie, but it's like a really good watch. I feel like it might be something along the lines of those independent indie films, whatnot. I never gone into that, but maybe that's where I will find a lot of movies like that. It kind of was like Great Gatsby, when it came to the parties. But then there's a lot of other little stories going on, particularly between two people and their lives together, and Margot Robbie's life, and Brad Pitt was in it, but he wasn't the main character. This other guy was. I don't know his name, but it was mainly about them and their worlds and their progression, and then their friendship, and just all this crazy stuff going on between. And it was kind of it's like you couldn't get sad because it was just so creative. Like it was like a lot of randomness. Like each scene wasn't that serious. Even if something serious happened, as I said, it just wasn't that serious because it's like you're just following like this insane crazy movie. You're just watching it. It's like pure entertainment. So I liked it. For that aspect, it was just pure entertainment. It wasn't like I keep saying, you couldn't get sad, you couldn't wish this was different, you couldn't wish that this was any other way. It's like you're watching it for what it is, and it's great. And I read that it did not do well in the box office, surprisingly. I say surprisingly because it was just a great watch for like pure entertainment. You were just into each scene. there was no boredom. It was amazing. But I guess they spent like $15 million. Oh, no, they spent like $48 million abruptly making the movie, and they only made 14.8 or 15 million around there back, which is shocking. I'm not saying because of the actors that were in it were, a little bit are very well known, but it was just a great movie. And plus they had, good actors. But it did not do well, and I was just shocked because I thought it was really good. I feel like they should give it another run in the box office or more promotion, because if you're looking for a great watch for just pure entertainment, a little bit of everything, it is phenomenal. It's 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 great. It's just like those other ones I mentioned. If you liked Cowboy Bebop or 1,000 Years of Solitude, if you watch 1,000 Years of Solitude, you might have not liked it as much, but if you watch Cowboy Bebop, you probably really loved it. But it was like same kind of thing, just like crazy, random, pure entertainment. If you didn't like 1,000 Years, but you liked Bebop, you should watch it. If you like both, watch it. If you never even would watch it, you should watch it, because it's not like a storyline you won't like. You won't not like it. It's just good. It's just entertainment. So I applaud it. I'll give it 10 out of 10. I don't know if I did, but I will go double thumbs up it right now. I'm sure I did. But that movie was great, and the world should make more of them. Maybe I should check into the indie world and their little film festivals and whatnot, to discover other little hidden gems. But yeah, it's like a little hidden gem, like Uncut Gems, with, I forget her name, but I do know her name. Kanye West's first girlfriend after Kim. But it's just like one of those little films, just like freaking awesome. I loved it. So yeah, Babylon on Netflix. I don't know where else it is. I guess it was in the box office, but Netflix. I don't know how those other streaming sites work, but it might be there too. Babylon. Watch it.